But that's not a Macau! What the f? No! Bungie! How are you gonna do this to me? He was supposed to be dead. I was like already adjusting my glasses. No. Oh no!
Where's some B?
I 4-tapped him. Get the fuck out of here.
Another Titan's getting in the back.
He's burned.
Power's coming up.
He burned out! Oh my god. Oh! What a shots and the Recluse on. Save Zer for my Hunter. It depends on what I want to do on stream tomorrow.
One of our brightest returns.
Thank you, Shax.
It's been a very long time since I started this account. I put a couple hours here and there trying to get it geared up, and I can finally say that now it actually has all the bells and whistles to compete with someone who owns all the Destiny expansions. As far as the standout features of this account, I'll start with the sniper rifle. That's the Bite of the Fox. You obtain this for getting 50 precision kills in the Iron Banner, and as you can see by my power level, I range anywhere from like 250 to 270, so it is a pain in the ass, and I feel like that's an understatement, but anyhow, I got both the pinnacle weapons, the Mtntop and the Recluse. Also snagged a pulse rifle, the Claws of the Wolf from the Iron Banner, a Wishbringer from Shax for maxing out my Season 5 Valor, and of course with the inception of this series, there's the Not Forgotten. And it's kind of weird to see a Not Forgotten on a level 20, so I always keep a shattered piece in my inventory just in case I want to go incognito. Since episode 3, the holiday event for the Val combat bow has came and went, and I snagged that as well. Keep in mind that I do think this is one of the only bows that a free-to-play account can obtain. Maybe I just haven't gotten lucky enough at the gunsmith. As for my power weapons, I have a pretty standard kit. I do have a rocket launcher from Iron Banner. It's one of the few high impacts that can have a mod thrown on them. I also have the Avalanche machine gun from last year's winter event. I didn't really focus too much on grenade launchers because I feel that the standard play of the game is adequate enough, but I did get lucky with RNG to get a tractor cannon, which is a huge boon for the competitive playlist. On the same note, you might have noticed I had Luna Faction boots, which is excellent for using an empowering rift with a shotgun or a sniper to shut down supers when you don't have the luxury of pulling power ammo. Now, finally, I'm going to browse through my armor. A lot of the armor I have on is temporary, and I'm just waiting for a better mod to pop up, like a super mod or a grenade cooldown mod or something like that. And once I get those, I'm going to delete that armor, salvage my mod, and put a new mod on the better armor. After going through all the items I've obtained over the last months, you probably agree that I can hold my own against a person who might have already bought the DLC. But there's a reason I've always played Warlock, and I've covered this in previous episodes. I do really feel that the Attunement of the Sky Warlock with the power of the Not Forgotten hand cannon can hang. It can be one of the best. On the other hand, using my Titan without a One-Eyed Mask or Ursa Furiosa in Legend comp, I feel naked. It's just, it can't compete. To be more specific, with the limitations of a free-to-play account, think of all the DLC items that I'm not allowed to use, I just don't feel that I can kit my Titan up enough to at least contest a Spectral Blade user with Ace of Spades and a typical shotgun. On the same note, I haven't made a Hunter because there's almost no point if I already know the Warlocks better than both the Hunter and the Titan as far as free-to-play limitations go. However, according to the news at Bungie.net, their weekly update, Arc Week is going to be a week dedicated to tuning of the Arc subclasses, which means that my Hunter might very well be viable. So on the day that this video is posted, I'll probably be live streaming at twitch.tv/camukakes where I'll be leveling my free-to-play Hunter, and I'm going to try my luck at Zer and see if he gives me a pair of Stompies, which I do think is very valuable to a free-to-play player. That's at least my short-term goal for this account. The long-term goals are going to involve the Iron Banner, specifically the Iron Burden consumable, which lowers your light level by 100, and you have challenges associated in the Iron Banner that if you complete, you get a fusion rifle and maybe like additional progress towards bounties. Oh no, the horror! Losing 100 power in the Iron Banner? Unthinkable! Oh wait, my account's 260 power, so it makes almost no difference whatsoever. Although I'm not too particularly fond of the fusion rifle reward for the Iron Burden, I can get tokens which will allow me to get some upgrades on my rocket launcher, my hand cannon with Cremil's dagger, and a grenade launcher in the energy slot, the Aura Wings Maul, which has access to a mod slot. After that, the only remaining upgrades I can think of on this account will be a service revolver hand cannon with the perfect roll, which is so unlikely that I'm not even going to waste the time going for it, and also a fighting lion, which I have virtually no control over until Xur sells one, so I'm just going to be patient. The exact same thing can be said about my shotgun. I think that getting a better version is so unlikely that I'm not even going to attempt to do that. And the Vanguard loot pool can only give me a slightly better Nightshade pulse rifle, so I don't think that's worth it either. I don't actually own the Redrix's Claymore, which I do think is one of the best pulse rifles in the game, so I will of course try to grind that out during my Iron Banner and commentaries. Fun fact actually about this account, in the competitive playlist I have reached max rank twice. 5500 in Season 4, 5500 in Season 5 for a second time, and if I do it a third time in Season 6, well then I unlock the Unbroken Seal, which is hilarious on a free-to-play account, and I think that is the ultimate goal with this. My problem with going for 5500 is that the state of competitive isn't too enjoyable right now. Supers kind of run rampant and there's very little counterplay you can do. The best strategy, honestly, is to get a super, use a super, keep your teammates alive so they get the orbs, and then just use supers for the rest of the game. And yes, good teams at the highest level do this very often. As a result, I have to stray away from the plan I initially had with the series, which was going to be game breakdowns of the competitive playlist, which to me just aren't interesting anymore. It always comes down to the same thing. I see 4 Spectral Blades or, a mix of Dawn Blade and Sentinel somewhere thrown in there, and it's just a race to get the supers. So I guess what I'm getting at is just be patient with the uploads on this level 20 series. I might end up just scrapping it and going a completely different direction with the series and just doing maybe additional commentaries every day. I really don't know. The state of the Crucible just has to change for me to have interest in playing competitive nonstop with this account. Don't mistake my words for thinking that I don't enjoy Destiny 2. In fact, I think the gunplay is the best it's ever been, in my opinion. However, the abilities and supers run rampant, sort of overwhelming the first-person shooter aspects of this game, and it goes away from that perfect 50-50 mix I always associated Destiny with. I'll go ahead and get off that tangent. I'll adjust to whatever happens to this game. I just don't really feel like being educational about the comp playlist when it just devolves into super usage. And that's pretty much the last thing I wanted to talk about. This account has a very bright future ahead of it. I'm sure that as far as the Hunter goes, I can kit it out very, very quickly, and I can probably get Unbroken by the end of the season. I'm really excited for that. If you have any great ideas for what I should do with this account and this series, let me know in the comment section below. But for now, I'll see you in the next one.